It's my fault. It's my own insecurity.
No.
I don't think my own stories are interesting.
Wow.
On their own, to me,
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm telling them, I'm just like, well, whatever. And so I'm like, I want to engage with you and your like thing.
Yeah.
And then your stuff fuels me. And I'm like, okay, I can talk about my stuff more.
I mean, that works too. I'm loving the way this interview is going. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything's wrong. But I guess what I'm curious about is because we haven't gotten to fully Two Worms or what you did after Dads. You had after the rookies dissolved, how you stay performing.
Yeah.
Your goals currently in the scene. Like, there are other thoughts.
Yeah. Two Worms started doing improv. Two Worms is the thing that I love to do the most.
Mm-hmm.
It is my favorite performance. It's my favorite thing to perform. I love it more than anything. I essentially remember every single improv that I've done as Two Worms. From the very first one to the most recent one, they have all been so impactful and important, and I love it very much. And that is my love letter to Two Worms. But I think what it did was it gave me an opportunity to do what I've always thought improv was, which is aggressive, full blast, 100% commitment to the most interesting, whimsical thing that happens. And that goes for like narratively, but also in the environment. In our very first performance, we created Two Worms for an improv festival that was happening, an improv competition that was happening years ago. And we get on stage and there's like 5 people in the audience. One of those people, Karen Cassidy, was in the audience, and we were like telling a story of this old man who was building a rocket ship, and he was like building it, and his neighbor was pissed. He's just like, I was doing stuff, and then the old man's like, I'm gonna get to space, blah blah blah. And I lean back in a chair, and like a quarter or something falls out of my pocket and hits the ground and makes the like long quarter noise, like clink clink clink, and rolls. And Meg and I both just look at the quarter for like 30 seconds. It's going off for a long time, and then just the ring 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 ring, like falling sound, and then clink, and then we both just burst into like screaming. We're just like, oh god! And then like, because that's like one of the bolts of the rocket fell off. Immediately both of us like agreed to it, and then the rocket crashes, and the set was so beautiful and amazing and so alive, and it was consuming the narrative, it was consuming each other's choices, and it was consuming the environment. The actual like real world was impacting the story. And I think that plays out in every Two Worm set. The way that the audience interacts with us, if one person makes a noise, of like a character they care about is in danger, I might, as a performer, look at them and like smile as I jump into the volcano.
Yeah.
Just to give them this like hatred of this moment. Now not only they loathe the fact that the character they loved died, but they're so impassioned by that choice, that you see it in their face.
You did that this past weekend also.
Yeah,
you were like teasing the death of the character in the car, and with the car driving or whatever.
Yep, it's because we played a gimmick where one of the audience members could like choose songs to influence the scene, and the character was in danger, and she picks a song, and we look at her and we're just like, that one? You really want that one? And she goes, yeah, the description was inspiring and heroic. I want to save that guy. And something clicked in me where I was like, are you gonna put railroad? You're gonna put tracks on me? You're gonna try and dictate what happens here? You're gonna try and save this character? And I was just like,
that anti-authority brain kicked in,
and like the expected,
yeah.
and all this stuff. But more than anything, because I'm totally willing to do like the expected, especially if it serves the unexpected
Sure.
later. But in that moment, I was like, this is so juicy. Like you actually want this thing. And I could just so easily let this squirrel burn up in this fire, you know? This squirrel that raised by pigeons.
Yep.
I could just easily let it happen.
Pigeon squirrel.
But
That
no.
was fun. Yeah. That was fun. So 2 worms, your favorite thing ever.
It's the best.
Yeah. You're not performing as much now. Is there something you wish you're performing more? Like it's a timing thing, a schedule. What's like your artistic life now currently?
Yeah, in the background of everything that has happened during my artistic career, like that was I would say the foundation of who I was as a person was a dog named Rengar. And this dog, I got him in college. I knew the person whose dog, like I knew a person, their dog had puppies. And I was like, I'm not going to take one. I don't want a dog. I'm in college. I can't have this responsibility, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is the only way that I'll take this dog. I'll take one of the dogs. If it's the runt of the litter, it has to fulfill 2 of these 3 requirements. The runt of the litter, it has bat wings, and it has 2 different color eyes. If two out of those 3 things happen, then I'll take the dog.
Oh my God.
This motherfucking runt, had a cleft lip. And so he was like, having a hard time. He needed to be like bottle fed, tube fed, where you stick a tube inside of him and you pump food into his stomach. And so I was dating this person at the time. And so I was helping with all these puppies. And so I was feeding this thing, and this mother got an eye infection. So we had to give him medicine. And puppies don't open their eyes for like a while, so their eyes are closed for like a long time, and then they open them. Well, when he opened his fucking eyes, the eye infection eye had fully cataract. So he had 2 different color eyes, and he was the runt. It's like he did that on purpose. Like he knew that
the reveal at the end. Yeah.
And so he became the most important thing in the entire universe to me. Like essentially immediately, once I was like, okay, great. And this dog was the most perfect dog. Everyone agreed. Every single person that met him agreed he was the most perfect, beautiful dog. So fucking smart.
Perfect. Yeah.
Ugh, I can't express. And I've already cried too much about him, so I can talk about this without like just erupting in tears. But he passed away. He passed away from kidney disease, and it was really, really, really hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was a whole year of injecting fluids into him, trying to give him the best last possible year, because he was only projected to have like 30 days when we went there. He was at the like late stage kidney disease, because he wouldn't show any signs until one day he peed indoors. And I was like, oh, you never do that. Take you to a vet. And they're like, he has late stage kidney disease. And we're like, what? And so he's like, you got 30 days with him. Like, what the fuck? And my, like soon to be partner at the time was like really smart about animal stuff. And so she helped me, like do some things and stuff. And we were like giving him fluids every day. When we stretched it to a whole year, we multiplied it by 10, how long this dog was supposed to last. But at the end of that, it killed me. It destroyed me. I couldn't get on stage. I couldn't do anything. I was like, no, then like, this isn't, I'm a different person now. I don't even know who this guy is. I was Colin Rengar. That's who I was.
Yeah.
And everyone knew that too. Like it was those 2 guys. And so I really didn't know how to exist, and so it was like a slow progression, kind of coming back, figuring out like what that means to me, who I am, how do I perform. And, like I've gotten to a point where now it's like, I've processed a lot of it. I still don't really know, who I am, like what I'm supposed to do, in this life. When it was so clear to me, it was like me and this dog are meant to take over the world, but he goes away and I'm just like, still part of me is like me and this dog. And I haven't figured it out. But you process, you find things in your life that inspire you and put that fire back in you, and you like grab onto them, and you're just like, oh, please, 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 like, please don't go out, please.
For the flame.
Yeah. And then you hold on to that, and then you let that like hit the kindling of other ideas that you have, and you're like, okay, now I really got to like go as far as I can with this thing before it goes out, because it goes out when you're like drenched in, when your whole fucking soul you've been crying and you soak your whole soul into sadness. It's really hard to start a fire, and sometimes they start and then they just get like drenched again. And so it took forever for me to even just like have the sparks that stayed ignited. And so now I'm in that place again where I'm like, I really want to do more. I want to perform more, but I'm a new person. So I'm way more specific about what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I mean, two worms.
Yeah, more two worms.
I really like two worms. I like doing that. I like doing things that, when I'm investing in them, I feel like my uninhibited creativity isn't a detriment to what someone else is trying to do. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like my style can be a bit abrasive. If someone wants to do a regular, we're sitting in an office having a conversation, or we're on a bus and we're just two regular people talking about our lives kind of scene, which has value, and I have no hatred against that. But it takes a lot for me to not, make it like a My Neighbor Totoro bus, or even just like a moment that kind of like throws a little like whimsy in it, even if the conversation, which I do actually 100% agree that most conversations should just be like regular human conversations, but I really want to put them, on the back of a whale, or, like free falling, but you're still having a regular conversation. And so when other people are like, hey man, I'm trying to start this thing and I want to do this thing and stuff, I have to like gauge where I'm like, am I going to have to kind of curate the things that I really am passionate about right now, the things that are keeping my sparks alive.
Yeah, the flames. Yeah, keeping the flame alive.
Without, and which isn't a judgment on their stuff. It's just like,
you're trying to keep that flame alive. Like you're trying to, keep that creative energy flowing however you can.
Yeah. Trying to light it up.
Oh, the D&D podcast is part of that too, that you're doing. Oh, is that a secret? Wait, is that a secret?
Cat's out of the bag, everyone.
Shit.
No.
Okay.
It's not a secret. I try not to talk about it too much because I'm guilty of the dopamine of conversation fucking with your motivation, so like,
okay, yeah,
talking about your project, and then you feel like
added pressure to it.
It's like the opposite, it like relieves the pressure.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like talking about it and I'm just like, yeah, it's happening. And then I don't feel like I have to get it done tonight,
Oh, you feel like you could procrastinate on it because you're talking about it.
Because I'm receiving the beneficial chemies in my brain.
I think I think I have read that somewhere too. I think I've heard about that happening.
I bet it's totally a thing.
I think it's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But I am guilty of it. Where like I yammer about something and I get so excited about it. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, actually for a while I wasn't talking about this podcast idea. I only with a handful of people because I was scared of the same thing. I was like, wait, I don't want to just talk about it because I'm scared I'm not going to do it. So then I just started like buying equipment and just like Googling, like, how do I do this? How do I do this? I was just for alone for a while. And then once I started like, setting up, I'm pointing at my living room.
Yeah.
I decked out my living room with like these little sound panel. What do you call it? I forgot I don't know what these things are called.
They're like, the sound dampening foam.
Yeah, sound dampening foam. And I was like, okay, well, I'm like doing it now. Like I'm like ready to go. So I can start like, I think telling people that I'm about to do this.
What adhesive did you use for these? Glue? How'd you stick
no,
it on the wall?
It comes with, it came with,
Cool.
adhesive to peel and to put it on.
Great. No follow-up questions.
Is anything, let's see. Oh, we didn't even do oh my God, we have a Cole. We haven't even put you on the hot seat yet.
What does that mean?
Oh
Joel,
my God. We got to
first
put you
off-
on the hot seat, dude.
Has this felt long?
No.
Okay, good. Because I felt that way too.
But it hasn't felt long. It felt like maybe like 1 hour, I feel like.
Yeah,
a
truly.
1 hour
When you said
conversation.
2 hours, I was kind of blown away.
Yeah,
but
it's two. Oh, do you want to guess how long it's been right now?
2 hours and 10 minutes.
2:20. It's flying. Okay, let's put you in the hot seat, and then we'll start to wrap up.
Okay.
I'm gonna be better. This is for the audience too. I need to be better with like accumulating community questions ahead of time. But sometimes I don't know what guest I'm gonna have with enough time to like get community questions. So I have hot seat questions.
What does that
for
mean?
you.
What are the hot seat questions?
Hot seat questions are just questions that I ask every guest
Okay.
before you wrap. They're just like some
Are they
softballs.
provocative?
They're
Oh,
not.
they're
They're not provocative.
softballs?
They're softballs.
Why are they in the hot
But you're gonna
seat?
get an extra hard one. You'll get an extra.
You should give
You'll
me the
get a
hardest
baseball.
one.
There'll be 3 softballs and then a baseball.
Well, I mean, softballs are harder to hit, man. The pitcher's way closer.
Okay, then you'll get 4 softballs. Then. Oh wait, what?
Softballs
I'm
are harder to
confused now.
hit. You go up against a pitcher, and then you go like a baseball pitcher.
More
and you
sports analogies.
man,
God,
just-
shut
people
up.
underestimate the difficulty
Shut
of hitting a
up.
softball.
God, can you just shut
It's
up?
a lot
and-
like
Can
improv.
you shut up and get in the hot seat, dude? Shut up and get in the hot
All
seat.
right, hold on.
Dude,
hold on.
the
Okay.
audience doesn't even know what time it is. It's almost midnight.
Let me get in the hot seat really
It's
quick.
it's almost midnight right now.
Oh, it's really hot in here.
Yeah,
Get
get in.
that.
Get in.
I'm gonna
Make sure you buckle. Make sure the buckle clicks.
Yeah, I'm gonna buckle it, but I gotta get my drink really quick.
Buckle it.
Okay.
Okay, now he's in the hot seat. Also, each episode, when I either do community questions or hot seat questions, I improvise the jingle.
Is this real?
This is real. This is real. Matt, this is a specific request from my audio editor, Matt. He's like, hey, can you do that every time? I enjoy it.
When did you?
I think I did on the first one.
Okay, good.
I think it's been a thing throughout. Yep.
Okay.
So, hot seat. So today's is going to be hot seat with Cole. Come on, Cole.
Don't say I did it.
Why did you do that?
I know what you're playing.
Now I have to do a new one.
Yeah, you should do one more.
God. Hot seat with Cole.
That one was so good.
We wouldn't have gotten that one if you didn't ruin the first one.
Can you do one more? And can you put the phrase like burning my skin off?
Okay.
Scolding hot. It's too hot. Too hot. Actually, there it is.
Okay.
Or scolding hot. Do scolding hot.
You want the phrase scolding hot in it?
Yeah, see if you can do it.
Okay. Hot, scolding hot seat with Cole.
Great. All right, now you got options.
We're probably gonna keep all of them.
Well, you're not editing it.
Well, we try not to edit too much. Which is why like it ends up being like 2-part episodes when we go too long, because I want to keep as much authentic conversation in as we can.
Oh, I've said so much.
Yeah, this one. I feel like, I don't know. I'll talk to Matt about this one. I feel like this one's gonna be tough to edit because we went off on so many tangents.
Yeah.
And what I do is I try to do the podcast. I don't know if you're a podcaster, but like do the chapters, organizing the episode into like sections of conversation.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty easy.
For this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like they're not going to be, and it doesn't matter.
Let's circle back.
Yeah. See, there are going to be 7 chapters like circling back to improv, circling back to improv, circling back to improv,
Circling back to improv. You just do what like you're talking about in between, because I think we did a good job of connecting each.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dovetail.
I think so too. It's going to be fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's hard. Everything's going to be just the way it is, and it's beautiful just the way it is. Thank you, Cole, for being here. I'm so grateful for your presence.
This was a really fun time.
You ready for hot seat questions? You know,
Let's circle back to hot
maybe
seat.
you know what's happening. Maybe it's because it's a late night recording.
Oh,
I haven't had a late night recording yet. I feel like I feel like I guess we would be silly anyways.
Well, there's two things. There's two things that I think are gonna just be true with the two of us. Is we're both pretty aggressively honest, you know, and I think
Aggressively honest.
yeah,
I don't know why that's a funny phrase for me. Aggressively honest.
it's because everyone ties honesty to like the right thing, and aggressiveness to the wrong thing, you know, which I don't think that's true. I think you can be aggressively good things often. And the other thing is that we both like genuinely love this craft, you know, and I think it's very easy to just kind of like quickly grab at the things when we love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole like however long, it was only an hour, right? This whole thing was, it really was like two people just like as like aggressively as possible, constantly grabbing at the next thing that, you know, conversationally. Yeah, it was nice. All right, put me in the hot seat.
All right.
I mean, I've sat in here long enough.
You're in it.
I would like to receive
You're
the
in it
questions
and you're
that
buckled in. All right. First hot seat question. What are some of your favorite characters to play?
Oh, monkeys.
Yeah.
Monsters. I like monkeys specifically because the physicality is very nice. It lends itself to a different angle. My monkey characters are never dumb. They're always smarter than the other person.
Yeah.
Because I never like to play the dumb character unless I'm myself. I don't mind being.
Yeah, I feel like now that you mention, I feel like I've seen you play multiple monkeys. Yeah, and yeah.
They're always like doctors or scientists.
Yeah, you're right. You're always like so sophisticated for a monkey. And I've seen you actually climb. You climbed the pole at Dynamic Eldorado to the top of the.
Yeah.
And like touch the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this goes back to I don't think the joke, the comedy of anything should be because of the lack of something that someone might have, you know.
A character. The lack of something a character might have?
No, I think sometimes we'll make the joke be like an aspect of someone that someone in real life might have.
Yes.
You know? And I don't think that that's a good fuel for a scene. I don't think the joke should ever be because of
the way someone is.
Exactly. I think it's way more interesting to have the joke be somewhere else that can, which isn't to say not to do it, right? Because I also think that, you know, avoiding certain things is also kind of like doing the same thing where, you know, like if someone, you know, like says like your character has lost something, you know, like a sense, like your character's now blind, you know, like they splash something and you're blind, right? To just like be like super averse to saying like coming out as a blind character, is also suggesting something, you know, that's like I don't really have the words for it, but there's a right way to do it, you know, to like come out as like someone who can no longer see right now and not have it be funny that they can't see, you know, but be interesting of like, what do you now do, you know, as someone that, you know, is so accustomed to being able to see and now you can't see. And same with like being a monkey, right? You don't have to like be like, oh, I'm a big dumb monkey, right? The interesting thing might be like, all right, so the way a monkey moves, you know, what if you saw them successfully driving a truck, right? Like with like their arms like way high, like longer arms driving a truck. It's so interesting. Sword fighting? Have you ever seen a monkey sword fight?
No.
And what if they were incredibly good at it?
Probably will be.
If I'm the monkey, they
Yeah.
are going to be good at it.
So monkeys and monsters. Favorite.
Monkeys, monsters, robots, aliens, knights. I love being a knight.
What else? You got more on that list?
Yep. Kings, witches, ghosts, anything inanimate. Love inanimate objects.
What's your favorite inanimate object to be?
Fuck. Something that someone is on top of. So a car, a seat, a horse. Those are animate though.
Okay, next hot seat question. We're done here.
Or something small. Okay. Or anything tiny. Any character that's tiny. I like playing really tiny things. Really, really big things. Final answer. Kaijus.
Kaijus, like huge city destroying monsters.
Yeah. Or a bad guy. Or Satan. I really like playing Satan.
I'm giving Cole a scolding glare as I'm trying to move on to the next hot seat question.
You're turn,
as it's past midnight.
Real quick.
What?
Well, your character. Just a couple. We don't have a lot of time, Joel.
Yeah, let's see. My favorite characters. I think I do a kid often.
Yeah, because you like innocence.
What the fuck does that mean?
Your characters are always innocent.
No, they're not.
Often.
No, they're not.
Often they are.
Don't tell me what my character. You don't even see me play.
Yeah, I see you play often, and you know what I've noticed, Joel,
What
is that to put heart into a scene, improvisers will take a moral stance, and you like to have heart in your scenes, and so your characters will have a moral stance.
Oh, goes to show what you know, because I was in a show last night and I was a mean old film executive guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey man.
And I was mean.
Shit, dude. Good. Never mind. I take it back.
Take it back. Yeah. Hey, lady, everyone listening. Cole can be wrong.
Cole, not only can he, Cole will be and has been.
Yeah, but I think let's see, a little kid. I do like a villain. I'm starting to lean into villain characters. I'm having fun with villains at the moment, with like improvising musicals that need a good villain character. That's fun.
How often are you the first one out?
In any scene?
Yeah. In groups.
Not. It depends on the group, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, it depends on the group. Because if it's with a team or a group that I'm confident with, I'll step out. Because I'm not concerned about anyone else stepping out. If it's at a jam, I guess it depends on the jam team too. So I guess the scale is like, if I feel like I'm with newer, inexperienced people, I'll let them make offers and then I'll go in and support their stuff that they're doing. But if I'm with more experienced improvisers, people that I know or have good chemistry with, I'll step out more.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my scale right now.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really healthy. But
are you trying to interview me? Is that what's happening?
What? No, just
trying to put me on the hot seat.
No, sorry, dude. Sorry, bro. No. Go ahead. Ask me.
Okay. Question. What is your go-to space work or like pantomiming that you like to do?
Oh, my go-to. I like to. I really like to. Oh God. So much.
Like a classic that you like to do.
I'll give you two answers.
Okay.
The first one will be a classic that I like to do on my own.
What? That's such a weird way to say it.
Well, because, okay. A classic that I like to do on my own. I like. Oh
my God! This is tough for them. Well, I guess it makes sense that this is tough. Actually,
I'm thinking of like something that I do often, and that it just feels like you want to know? Smoke a cig.
No, that's wrong. Your answer's wrong. That's not your go-to. I feel. Go ahead. I'll tell you what your go-to is.
Please,
No.
you probably looking in on it.
Yeah.
You probably have a different thing.
I don't know if it's a go-to. Yeah, I think actually this question is probably tough for you because of what we talked about how physical you are. You probably do so many different things, and you're trying to do new things all the time. But something that I've seen you do pretty often is be on the outside of a vehicle, hanging on a vehicle, like a truck, a plane, a boat. I've seen it multiple times where you're hanging on the outside of something. Yeah, doing something.
Do you know? Okay, I actually have an answer for this.
Okay.
And this is true. I like to put things away. I like to place things in an environment. So if there's a cup, I want to put it somewhere. I want to like make sure that there is something for me or someone else to pick up again. Because I think that's really underrated in the world of improv mime, is handling our object work to its ending. You know, like we like
to its ending. Yeah, it drops very, very often.
We manifest cups, and to a certain degree, I'm okay with like the manifesting of a thing, because if someone's like, oh, I see you're sipping on that coffee.
And then I hold it up like that.
And now I'm holding the coffee. Yeah. I think that's fine. I think it's a weaker choice.
Yeah.
You know? Because in the world of physicality, I think the more interesting thing is when someone endows you with something and it is contradictory to how you are physicalized, it is now your grand gift to explain why they are correct. You are doing that thing, even though it doesn't look like it, because the way that you do it is that way. You know, instead of changing your physicality.
Interesting.
For example, if someone, says like, you're, like holding a cup, and someone goes, like, oh, you found my pet snake, and you had like taken a sip from it, for you to then start squirming, right? You've been holding it. You've been holding it for so long, and it's been still, and you took a sip out of it. Don't drop that. That's beautiful and gold and perfect. You take another sip out of it. You take another sip out of your snake.
And now you're taking a sip out of a snake now.
Yep. And you're like, yeah, I did. Your snake drank my beer, and I'm just getting what's mine,
Well, so what if, a similar example, but what if you weren't holding anything and someone was like, oh, I see you're drinking your coffee.
Yep. I'm wearing a beer hat, but it has got coffee in it. Give me another one.
No.
Can I answer it the second way that I said I had two ways?
Yeah, two. Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I do if I'm by myself and I'm doing physicality.
Okay.
But if I'm with someone else, I like to wait until they touch something. And then that's my favorite thing. Interact with someone else's object work, especially if they, do something funny with it.
Yeah.
Or I think is like interesting or not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you'll grab their mimed object and you play with it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Because if they do something weird with it, then I'm like, oh, you're telling me that, like your car door has that particular function or feature. And to me, as the improviser on stage, that's not weird, right? That's just how it works. It works that way. But to the performer that keyed in on that difference, the way that your car door opens up to the right instead of the left, 100% I want to go through that door.
I love that. That is such a cool skill. That reminds me of an exercise that I was brainstorming.
Push-ups?
What?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to guess the exercise.
Man, even at past midnight, your energy bar, your HP is still so high. No, it's a physicality exercise, pantomiming, similar to what you just said about like playing with someone else's thing, their pantomimed object. It's two performers start the scene with they do a regular 2-person scene, and at some point they need to grab something in the scene, do a scene, but not talk about the things they're interacting with, whether it's a cup or a ball or a pen or a pad, whatever they're touching in the scene. And then at some point, something they can hold in their hand, at some point in the scene, they place it down somewhere. Both place their item down somewhere in the scene. And then they go, continuing the scene, they go grab the other person's thing and then start to play with it. And then continue the scene.
Even if I watched that and it was super contrived and I was sitting there and they told me that was going to happen, I think I'd still find it interesting.
Yeah. Because it made me think of one time I did a show. It was a Measure Island show. And I was a villain in that show. And I had this, I was like a wine drinking, a classic, holding a glass very fancily and
really whipping it around.
And I was so focused on this glass, I would change hands with it, put it down and like talk and say something, pick it back up from the spot that I knew I put it down at and holding it. And I would do that. This was a part of my character throughout the show. And I had 2 different people after the show be like, dude, you in the wine glass. It's like, I couldn't stop watching you with that wine glass was incredible. And then the same thing, the other person was like, dude, my favorite part of the show is you remembering where you put your wine glass. And I was like, man, imagine if, and I was hyper fixated on it because that was like my goal for that show specifically. Actually, I just want to shout out like that for that show. I was like, I want to focus on physicality in miming today. But that just goes to show the power of pantomiming and building out the world and the environment to play in.
Yeah.
Imagine if everyone was doing it. Oh, what a show to watch.
Yeah, there's so much to keep track of. So when people are like, they'll say things like, I don't know how you do it and stuff like that. And it's like, no one really realizes how easy it is to ingrain this in yourself. Like to make physicality consistent. You know, if you just like go to some jams and you think to yourself, I'm just going to play with stuff. If you go to a jam and you just, before you go on a stage and you just think to yourself, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything until I've like touched 3 different things. And then I'm going to try and play
that's
that.
good. That's good.
Because then, you know, you will at least, at bare minimum, have interacted with 3 different things, you know, that you can come back to. Build that like repetition, build that like reflex. And then we're just getting different, more interesting scenes.
Yeah. You ready to move on to the next hot seat question? Last one?
Oh, shit. He's saying last one because he's cutting off the bottom 2.
Oh, no, no, there's 3 hot seat questions. It was the favorite characters, go-to environment work, and this last one. Okay,
great. And these are custom. Or have you been asking everyone's go-to environment work?
Yeah, these 3 are these 3 I asked everyone. The stuff that we talked about already was your physical play, 2 worms is what I wanted to talk about too, and your background or specific to you.
Has anyone really surprised you with one of these hot seat questions? Or they're all like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
They're all interesting. Yeah, some of them because like I think go to environment work. I think it's too early. I think I'm only like a handful of episodes in. You know what I mean? So I think I still need some more interviews to see what people are experiencing. But fridge comes up a lot, I think already. And from what I hear on other, my favorite improv podcast is Yes, also with Susie Barrett. And she asks these similar questions here. The favorite characters, go to environment work. So I'm truly just copy pasting her end of show routine. And I hear a lot on her podcast. People mention fridge, classic cupboard, kitchen,
boomerang
stuff, boomerang.
That's one of mine, I guess.
That's one of yours. But some of the classic stuff that we see all the time, opening a soda, just like classic, you know what I mean? A lot of classic stuff. So I feel like it's cool when people listening to the podcast hear, oh, this experienced improviser, like they also open a fridge sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of cool. Be like, oh, they also just like, they do the same thing I do sometimes. Just like make a coffee.
Yeah, totally. It helps to differentiate between like cliche and foundations.
Yeah. I love that wording.
You know,
Yes.
because there's like, if we all open fridges, no one's thinking like, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh no, that's just, we're establishing that this is a home environment.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
or, you know, like a communal space or something, you know?
Yeah.
But if you open the fridge and I can't think of any cliches that have to do with fridges.
Me neither. I like to vary it up with the fridge. Sometimes I open the fridge and I'll like move stuff. I'll move stuff around in the fridge to see what's in the back of the fridge, and then grab something from the back of the fridge, and then like close the you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to open the fridge and then I walk into it, and then I take an elevator down and I go to my basement fridge, and then I take the elevator back up.
So the last hot seat question.
I'm just kidding, but I really need to put that into my subconscious so that it'll bleed out.
That's a good one though.
Yeah,
that's a fun one. Last hot seat question. You ready? I want to know if you're ready.
Honestly, I've been procrastinating because I'm too scared of this question.
No, I think you're gonna like this question.
People have been telling me about this question.
Yeah.
Your previous
guess
were saying don't let it.
But I think it's an important question for people to know.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath together. 3, 2, 1.
Mine was late. Do it again.
Okay. 3, 2. Wait. 3, 2, 1. Okay. The question is, what is some advice that you would give to improvisers that are just starting out?
Oh my God. Some advice? Multiple, or like one thing?
Let's do one.
Yeah, for time?
For time.
You should know, Joel.
Well,
that what time is it?
It's 2 hours and 50 minutes. Well, you know what? Screw it. Just say what you want.
No. I'll keep it brief. I'm brief. It's just tough. This one's a tough one because I think if someone came up to me and they had never done improv before, and they're like, "How do you do that? How do you do improv?" What would I tell that person? Like, I want to do improv. How do I do that? I would probably say something along the lines of like, all I'm doing, and I think anyone can do this. I think all I'm doing is I'm making stuff up and then immediately believing it. Wow, actually, that's pretty good.
I actually do love that very much. I'm glad you took your time with that, processing that, because that was beautiful. I'm making stuff up and immediately believing it.
Yeah, because if you do that, then I think most of the time
I'm going to steal that.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. I think that's the part that is most disconnecting. I think when we talk about before, like when people have casual energy in improv, I feel like that's the missing element, because I don't believe watching it that you believe what's happening on stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's taking me out of it if I'm not keeping me from enjoying it.
And that's why I get upset when people say I'm not a grounded performer. Because
what? That's insane to me. That's insane.
When people suggest that they contrast me with a grounded performer, not that they're saying that I'm not, but they'll be like, oh, like, I really like your style, but then I also like their style because, you know, they're different. They're like a grounded performer. They do grounded work. And I'm like, because like being grounded, right, is to me, it is just a true, like, you are in it. What we are doing.
Committed.
Yeah. the rules. I'm playing by the rules that we establish, right? I'm not just doing some like wacky, like blah, blah, blah. And it's laissez-faire and anything is anything. And I'm just firing off jokes left and right. No, to me, in fact, very little of what I do is jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I never do puns. I think puns are not grounded, because unless your character is like a pun character, but if you're just throwing out a pun, that's being ungrounded. My characters, if I'm slime, if I'm, fucking Jeffrey Slime and I am a slime, but I come home and you're, and I'm worried that we're going to get a divorce because I'm out late every night, that's a grounded scene. It doesn't matter if I'm a slime.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm
100%.
goo.
100%. I feel like this word grounded is like so controversial. It's because there's all these different definitions of people don't understand what grounded means. Yeah, I don't know how to. For those listening, if you have a class, I think this. What do I want to say here? If you're in a class or you have a teacher that's using the word grounded, raise your hand and ask them what grounded means. So get their definition and just start to collect definitions, and you'll see that I think it's very different. Here's what I believe, and what Cole's definition also is what I believe. Grounded does not mean serious, sad, realistic. Grounded to me means committed. That the person on stage believes the circumstances that they've created in the scene. If you're a caterpillar and you're scared to be eaten by a hawk, your character is scared. I can see the fear of your character on stage of a caterpillar being scared. That's grounded to me. If I can believe that you're a caterpillar in that scenario, cool. That's fantastic. I love that. That's grounded to me.
Yeah. Separating grounded from realism, I think, is an incredibly important distinction because it might confuse people. They might, be forced, encouraged to make their scenes more like the real world.
That's not what we want.
And that's not what nothing wrong with it. But that shouldn't be what we're encouraging.
Yeah, it shouldn't be what we're encouraging. I think that's a better way to word it.
It's a totally viable option, but it's not.
Yeah, if you're going for a fully improvised play or something, you can totally do that.
Even just a regular. I know so many people that are like really gifted improvisers, and all they do is they go out, they have a regular ass conversation, and they're funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they walk off, and they just had an 11s. They just did an 11s.
Yep.
Which is two people standing on stage having a conversation, and it was amazing. But that doesn't mean it was grounded. Like was there any like wants? Was there any development in the character? Was there any anything outside the jokes? Maybe not though. That's just a realistic scene. It's not a grounded scene. People want these grounded. Telling me I can't be grounded being a clown, that tries to be a cop but refuses to stop being a clown,
Yeah, because of the pressures from the family, because it's a clown family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clown family, but always wanted to be a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Nose permanently on. Yeah.
And so when he's trying to be a cop, he gets bullied by the cops because of the nose.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not fitting into either world now. That's ground.
Yeah. And guess what? Someone sabotaged the cop cars.
Who do you think it was?
Wasn't the clown.
Was the
clown's dad. Because he's like, I don't want you to be a cop.
And now the father's arrested.
By the son.
No! Grounded!
That's actually really grounded. Yeah. 100%.
Cole Wadsworth.
Yeah.
Anything else on your heart or your mind that you want to share with the community?
Take any of the negativity that I spewed during this, with a grain of salt, because I think more often than not, if I sat down and had a conversation with people that truly believed on the other side of the things that I hold these like really strong opinions about, I would more often than not just come to an agreement and be like, yeah, actually, I totally can understand why you believe that and where the value is in that. But it doesn't mean that I don't truly believe the things that I have a lot of passion about.
Yeah.
You know,
There's space for both.
100%.
Space for
And
both.
I wish people had the courage to have these conversations with me, these disagreements about
What do you mean?
improv.
People don't have the courage to.
No, people don't really want it. Everyone's like too afraid to argue anymore, you know?
To argue about what?
Anything.
I mean, we've argued, I think, a few times tonight.
That's
I hit
exactly my
you.
point.
I hit you. I hit you in the head.
Yeah. You're physically
I choked
striking
you.
me, but your words
Yeah.
are still like filled with love.
I'll say something mean to you right now.
You couldn't.
No, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for listening to the Joy of Improv podcast today with Cole Wadsworth. Cole, thank you so much for joining. What a pleasure to have you on. This has been so delightful and very connecting to talk about this beautiful art form that I know we both love so much. Thank you so much for coming over.
Joel, thank you.
All right. That's it. I want to say thank you to Matt Isaacs. Thank you so much, Matt, for editing these episodes. Matt is a talented and kind member of the Atlanta improv community. If anyone out there has any audio editing or song mixing needs, please reach out to me at joel@thejoyofimprov.com. I'll connect you with Matt and get you on your way to getting some clean, fresh audio. If you're enjoying the podcast and you want to support and keep this podcast going, you can support in one of two ways. You can leave a 5-star review, and if you do, please leave an improv topic that you want us to discuss, or perhaps a question for a future guest. Another way to support the podcast is to give a monetary contribution on our Ko-Fi page. Anything helps. $1, $5 does not matter. Anything helps in keeping the podcast going. You can find the link to contribute in our Instagram or in the link in the episode description. Thank you so much for listening. It means so much that you're here. See you next time, and scene.